Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Hey, it reach time for settlement. You can't dey tell me nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo. The fight between Wike and Fubara is what we call the second wave of betrayal, right? And this is very important that we have to go back to understand what is happening right now. We have to go back to understand. So once upon a time in 2022, Wike contested for the presidential primaries in PDP, and Atiku Abubakar won the primaries. Wike said in that primaries while he was contesting that whoever emerges as the presidential candidate, he was going to support the person, right? But here's the thing, Wike lost the primaries and now he needed a strong ground. So he said that you cannot have a party chairman as northerner and also the presidential candidate of the party as a northerner. So he was not going to support that. So they have to give the party chairmanship to a southerner, and that never happened. And Wike said he's off. He's not going to support the PDP at the presidential level, right? But he's going to support them at the state level. So he went to seal an agreement with the then presidential candidate of APC, who is now the president now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he was going to deliver Rivers State for him. But however, he should watch his back and give him a coverage in his government when he becomes president. And Tinubu, as you know, kept his part of the agreement and made Wike a minister in the APC government. So that gave Wike extra power, because now he's still in government. He can now still hold his ground in Rivers State, because it was out of government to be difficult for him. So now he appointed we'll say appointed because throughout the time of elections, we never heard from Fubara. Wike was the one campaigning in 2022 and 2023 for Fubara. Fubara never spoke. We didn't even know that Fubara could speak, right, until Fubara got into power. So Wike put his boy Fubara in government as at then, and then expected that Fubara will have his back and keep to all the agreements they had signed. One of the agreement was the slots for commissioners would be divided. So some people who are stakeholders in the party would get some slots to appoint commissioners under Fubara's government, and Fubara also appoints some commissioners, but Wike would also put his boys as commissioners too. So that was the entire agreement, godfatherism and all of that, right? And there are also some contractors that Wike said they must always get contracts, right? They are good at what they do, but that does not matter. These people are my guys. They must always get this contract. So when you come into power, please ensure that you give these people contracts. And Fubara said he agreed, and then he came into power, and then he changed all of that, right? So the fight continued and continued and continued, and created a heated rivalry in Rivers State that the president had to intervene and declare a state of emergency for 6 months. Now, through that 6 months, they started they started moving towards peace and everything. Fubara started acting like he was sober, and he doesn't want the war anymore, and he wants to make peace and everything. And Wike agreed. So they had a second agreement. Now, this second agreement included that Fubara would not contest for second term. He would just be a one-term governor and live there, and that will be how everything will end. And Fubara agreed to that because he just wanted to return into government, right? We will say he agreed on that duress. But Wike didn't know. Wike thought that Fubara was really, really on his side. And Fubara agreed again, and then they called off the 6 months of state of emergency, and Fubara returned as governor. However, Fubara once again has betrayed Wike, right? And this is very, very funny, because Fubara didn't just betray Wike now in the PDP. Fubara moved to the APC to ensure that he has the coverage of the president, because every APC governor has a coverage, right? You cannot bully an APC governor. You cannot be a PDP member and bully an APC governor. That cannot happen because you are in the opposition now. So Fubara found that loophole and then moved to the APC. Because here was the plan, right? Wike, we don't know yet, but Wike must have planned with the House of Assembly members that when they move to the APC, they will impeach Fubara, and that will be it. But Fubara was, I think, one step ahead of them, and then they moved to APC the same time when the House of Assembly members were moving to APC. So they are all APC now, and only Wike is in PDP. And Wike is not going to allow that. Wike started to rant and shout and created a new media chat talking and talking and talking. This holiday, Wike went round to all the local governments in Rivers State and kept on talking and talking how Fubara is not going to win second term and all of that. And that has been the reason for their fight. Now, I want to ask you, what do you think about this? Do you think Fubara is right to betray Wike again? Do you think Wike is doing the right thing by protecting his interest and the interest of his elders and those people who are in his camp? Do you think this is going to work for Wike? Because Wike believes he can always deliver Rivers State in any election. Rivers State people, I want to know what you think about this, and let me know your opinions and your thoughts about this matter. Is Fubara on the right track? Is Wike on the right track? Who do you think is the right person in this matter? Also, it's very important to note that Wike has betrayed past governors of Rivers State before. He had a rift with Odili. He had a rift also with Amechi, who he worked under his government, and that's a lot to discuss later, but this is the main matter right now between Wike and Fubara. And in case you're wondering why they keep popping up on your feed every time you scroll up, this is the main reason why. Fubara has once again betrayed Wike.